Okay, so we are recording. Give me 1 second here. We're recording nothing. Oops. Tabletop simulator would be nice. Let's record that instead. There we go. All right, welcome. This is the third week. This is our four-man sprint. It looks like the Saracen is running away with it, though. As you can see, the scores in the upper right. Saracen is up 9 to 5.5, pretty much. Um, So yeah, I think he's winning. It's just a question of how and where, and I already pretty much know how. Probably, I think he's just going to try to find this gate. Once he finds the gate, he's going to locate the statue and be done. So, so I would argue that the Red Knight has maybe 3 days, 4 days max to sort of pull this out and find a way to get on board. Now, the Red Knight is going to explore the mountain, and he will be able to do that in a day or two. Um, in the meantime, he will sign up his big game. He will do heavy, since he's got heavy creatures in his way. So we do know that. The satyr just died, and I mean, I think if I were being cruel, the other players would put the other characters would put him over here at the soldier, and he would be stuck there and almost certainly irrelevant for the rest of the game. So I suppose we'll do that. We'll let. So I give him his starting equipment back, but the other players can put him sort of at a dwelling or whatever, and they're going to put him here. So, I mean, I'll write a move for certain, but what he's going to do is putz his way back up there. Um, so we will just move, and then move into the high pass, and that's his day 15. The Saracen, as we said, so he will cast Nudge at the end of the day, since he'll have his chip back, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3. So extra move, and move to the gate. And then he has an extra search. A search. And a search. Because he gets 6 phases if he can do it correctly. That's a huge deal. Okay. Red Knight. Red Knight is going to take his little posse there. And a really good posse it's been for him. I will say that. He has... we've been able to use this crew pretty well, I think. So I think we're going to hide. Let's see what we got here. Let's hide and rest, and then move into the to the snakes. Right, done. And then finally, our enchantress. I don't even know where she is. Where did she end up? All right, she had run out of here. Got it. She got run out of dodge here. She has consult demon. The demon is unfortunately there, which sort of sucks for her. Because she does not want to have to deal with him. That dragon. So, what are we gonna do? Dragon Slayer's only viable if we can get a heavy, really. Well, I mean, she does have. So given, yeah, because the basilisk is the only thing that can kill a tremendous, and even that is very, very dicey. But she didn't end her day here in a proper dwelling. And so that is going to mean she cannot turn her cards in, because I would probably turn in Dragon Slayer and Danger Sense to get at least a shot. Oh, and I do need to draw a card, so that's a good point. These bounties are gone, and no one collected on either of them actually. So we're gonna draw one. Oh, my least favorite thing to do toward the end of the game, end of a game. Missing persons. Oh. Event counters missing person. That's what we want. So we've got to put these guys out on the board, and so we're going to put them 4 spots, 4 places. 7-3 is high pass 3, so this one will go there. Only one of the tiles is marked on the other side. That is the missing person. 3-3, so caves 3. That's a mile away. 3-2, caves 2. All kinds of clues in the caves, it seems. And 8-2, ledges 2. Quest phase will flip that. If you get the thing, you found the guy. I'm just going to put the elf away for now. And we do have a dead adventure to put out on the board. 6-2. So that is Deep Woods. 2. Okay, and that's it. And we are done with events. Thieves Guild, Missing Person Elf, and the Dead Adventurer there. There are points on the board, hard to get. I don't think that changes anyone's sort of mindset. I think the Enchantress is going to go... I mean, she could joust with the Lancers, I suppose, if she really wanted to, but that's not going to do her any good. And you might be able to get lucky and drag, like, the Basilisk, and they can't kill it. Because it's armored, tremendous and armored. And then hope that it slowly tears them apart. But again, I don't know that there's any value in that in terms of actually winning. You might get 2 points in prowess there. You might get some treasures or gold or something, but I don't know for sure. What about... Can she do anything? I mean, I suppose if I'm her, I would head to the caves, maybe? Just as a... So, I tell you what, she's gonna make the guess that she has one more day. That it's not going to be like an instant loss. So, what I'm going to do is she has to move. I'm going to move back to the camp. I am going to hide. I'm going to rest my chit there. And then I'm going to turn these cards in and go for like a last ditch, right? A last gasp kind of thing. Okay? So there you go. And so it is day 15 now. And we do need a monster check. It looks like a 1. It's like a 1. All right. That's going to be a little rough for the Saracen since he will start drawing dragons. But all the dragons are out. So pretty lucky for him this last few days. So So he goes 1, 2, 3, I believe. Yep, move, move, move. He's going to search, search, search for the gate. He needs to discover. So 4 or a 1. That's a fail, and that's a success. So he has successfully found the gates. Oops. All right, we are totally making that not happen. I just want to put some indicator that you found the gates. But again, it probably won't matter, frankly. There. Okay, good enough. So he has found the gate. He is done. Smoke will bring dragons, but it won't because there are no dragons. So he is done. The enchantress is going to go there. She's going to hide. She will be hidden, so she doesn't have to worry about those guys. And she will also have rested this chip. And she is in business. Hopefully, she'll actually have a day or two to do some stuff. He's going to head up. Hidden, I think, is the goal. And he is. And he's going to fight some serpents tomorrow. And I think he rested once. The goal with resting was to bring what where? Good question. Probably, well, he only has one phase, so he's got to make change. So he'll drag that back just in case, and that is done. Does that draw anything? Slither and stink? No, I still because we had dragon, so it's just whatever we got. And then he's gonna plow his way up into there, and again nothing because there is nothing left to draw. So we have one fight, and that is the two heavy serpents against the posse. So the posse can kill any of these folks, which sucks a little bit. But we are hidden round one. So being hidden round one, and they're heavy. Oh, we do have, I'm sorry, we have this chit. So there you go. So readying this is not going to do us much good. We are going to do that. And you can play almost anything, and we are looking for that 1/3 chance. Looking for the 1/3 chance. 1 or a 4. We get a 4, so he's going to line right up. We're going to do heavy damage and kill him before anything else happens. Doesn't matter if he flips or not. And now our weapon is still unreadied. What are we going to do? So this is where the sword goblin is sort of useless because he will get hit automatically because his move time is a 6. And so it doesn't matter. You can't cover him. So that sucks a little bit. Ideally, what you want is you want someone who won't be auto hit. So that would be this guy. And he can lure. So we're going to lure him away. And then he'll ready his attack like that. And we have to play an H4, though. The other alternative would be, on our end, play a fast move. But I think we're good. I think we're okay. And then the other option would be to, instead of lure, because he can't be hit on either side, we can deploy. So if we deploy instead, so we let this guy come to our sheet, and then in the next phase we deploy all of our guys, we can do this. And this is where he is useful. So the snake goes on his own sheet, and then everybody piles on there. And so we're hoping the snake doesn't line up with him, and one of us does. And there you go. So this is round 2. Snake goes first, and he will go 2, so that drags him all the way to the bottom, and he may or may not flip. He does, so he flips there. So now we're going to roll a die for each side, left and right. 4, he stays put. 4, we all stay put. There you go. So what happens is this attack goes off first. It's going to hit this guy and do heavy damage, and it's going to kill him, but we got the fatigue. And we will. And so we get 12 prowess now. So that brings us up to 49. And 49 prowess is enough for the 2 points. So the Red Knight is up to 2 points in prowess, and that gets him a total of 6 points. And so he's at least making a good show of it, if nothing else. And utilizing these guys, pretty well, right? So I don't think he has any Serpenty Slayer things. Oh, he does have Big Game H, so that's good. So he's just killed. So there you go. So he has to get back. So I'm going to shrink this card down to show that we have done it. But he has to return to tell the tale, to a dwelling. So he's got to get back to a dwelling. So if he explores the mountain, so if he pops that, hits 1, he's going to explore the mountain. That'll be 2 points. So that'll bring him to 8 points. Then he returns to a dwelling, which he can do in a couple days. He can get back to here or here. That's his 9th point. That's pretty good. So he will get close. I don't think he'll do it. I don't think he'll make it. But he will at least get close. But that is for day 16. So on day 16, the Satyr's going to go to 2. So he's going to move 2. You just got to book it to see if you can get anything going here. So the Saracen is going to step through the gate. That's 1, 2, 3. So he's going to go move to the statue. One of those moves is an extra move. We'll hide just to make sure. And that's 3 phases. So he gets an extra search and a real search, and that's his 4 phases. Done. And if we hit locate the statue, we're going to win. So it largely just comes down to, can you do that in a day? Does it take you 2 days? Does it take you 3 days? We're going to move 1, so that will pop Explore Mountain for 2 points. We'll mark it. We don't need to mark it yet. We assume we'll get it. And then we're going to move back because we got to get moving. We got to get to 6 at least. So we'll move back to 3. That will be done. And then finally, now what does Explore Mountain? Does it give us anything? 10 gold. And learn all paths and passages in the tile. Useful because we'll learn this one. So we don't. So we will save ourselves a phase or 2 to turn that in. So that's good. That's good. And then the Enchantress, at the end of the day, she's going to turn in Dragon Slayer and Danger Sense for sure. And I think Consult Demon. She's going all out for hoping to maybe get something that would naturally take her to the caves or the cavern. She gets Learn a Spell, so that's good. Thief again. And Plant Your Flag. Plant Your Flag's a little late in the game for her, I think. But I like Learn a Spell for her, and I like Thief again. So Learn a Spell. Thief is good because she is right here in amongst her enemies right now. And plant flag. I will figure that one out in a minute. Let's roll where the flag where her flag needs to be planted. Her flag needs to be planted in 5-2, Crag 2. Crag 2 does not sound hopeful if I'm being honest. Crag 2 seems like a loser. Yeah, that's a loser. I mean, at least it's at the beginning of the crag. But holy crap. Like that's I mean, she can get up there. But she instead is going to hide, search, search, search to try to get her thiefiness going here. So done. So day 16, we're ready to roll. 4 giants and trolls are up. So it's the Red Knight. And the Red Knight is going to move and then move. And he will be beset upon by Stink M, which is going to drag that guy. And that's fine. Doesn't do him much good, but it's fine. The Saracen will step through 1, 2, 3. And now he's just going to search 3 times. 1 or a 4 wins the game. So that's 1 try. He gets 2 tries. And that's it. That's game. Oh, he only has 2 tries today. But that's still game. So he pops that. That's his 10th point. He's going to get 8 points. And that's going to be his 8 card points. So just in cards, he gets 8 points. That's a good number of cards there. And he's going to win. And so that's the final score. I do feel bad about these, that they don't last that long. Like, we can't do a good whole 4 sessions. I do like the sprint thing. So far, though, one guy's sort of vaguely ran away both times, so that's something to think about. And again, that's one where you go, okay, so do you swap? Yeah, he ended up with like 49 points, 49 prowess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything to do about that or to tweak it. But anyway, but that was a fun one. All those characters are really good. I think I enjoyed the most the Red Knight's run, just because his little posse is fun. You know, he's like the White Knight, but what do you want to say? But played like the captain this time, so that's cool. Um, he's like a white knight with an interesting combat ability and crappier relationships, right? But he makes up for that with sort of the cool power against things like giants and the slow dragon. He is really good against, of course, and he rolled it. You know, he got the rogues on his side, dragged them along, and used that to his advantage. The Saracen absolutely used their mobility, I think, and their extra search phase, both of which are crazy. I got to go look and see what horse they have for this guy in Realmspeak to make sure that I'm getting the right horse. Because that extra move and an extra search seems really, really powerful, and so I'm going to check on that. Maybe he does not have that kind of horse. The Enchantress I like. I think her. But I didn't make great use of her power, although I made huge use out of that prophecy the first week. But could never quite get it together with her, I think. So she's a rough one to figure out how to do in this sprint format, especially. And the other thing I think, excuse me, the other thing that holds her back is that she has only a single magic type. And so there's not actually a lot of places for her to go to then learn spells. You would think, oh, she's a mistress of magic. She should be able to pop spells all over the place. And the answer is, yeah, I mean, she can go to the altar and find one spell. And that's it. Or she has to go, learn one from a visitor. But again, she doesn't have 2 or 3 types to learn. She can learn one type of spell. So anyway. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate you watching and commenting. Again, tell me if you like this or the other format better. This is a whim. And so I'm up for suggestions, but you'll see another one of these come end of the week maybe, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.